welcome back to the channel. I know it has been a long time. Today we're going to do something fun and hopefully helpful for you guys. So it's December the 30th. You know, it's only 2 days into the new year, and I know this is the time of the year when a lot of people, maybe some of you are making plans for the new year and even consider starting a New Year's resolution, and you know, healthy diets can be one of them. So today I'm going to make healthy breakfast. This recipe I have been using for quite a few years actually. 3 years probably, and it has been evolved. I added many things. I think it's pretty good. It's one of those things you realize in your 30s that you're not 20s anymore. Like when you are in your 20s, you can eat anything you want and you can still stay pretty fit and healthy, but trust me guys, when you're in your 30s and then you begin to realize all kinds of healthy problems come up, not necessarily to you but also to the loved ones in your life. So I have been wanting to let more people be aware of eating healthy food and get them into eating healthy too. And this recipe, you know, is not only nutritious but also delicious. For example, my dad, he is notoriously against eating healthy food per se. Like you can imagine him being a Chinese version of Ron Swanson.
I call this turf and turf. It's a 16-ounce T-bone and a 24-ounce porterhouse. Also, whiskey and a cigar.
And then tried to convince Ron Swanson to eat healthy food. That's like almost like a mission impossible. But when he was here a couple months ago, he actually liked my breakfast, and I was so happy that, you know, I can cook a meal that's healthy at the same time he enjoys. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get started. So we're essentially making oatmeal based stuff, and you know, we need to cook the oatmeal first. You get some just some water in the pot. People who are familiar with me, you know that I don't really measure things very well, so I would say roughly maybe a cup, half a cup, I don't know, just depends. I guess you guys can try it out. Okay, we wait until the water is boiling, and I would turn the heat down a little bit to like medium heat, and then begin adding oats. So for an adult, you only need like half a cup. Yes, you need half a cup of oats. The thing about oats is like your body can only digest it slowly, so even just like half a cup, you probably won't feel hungry until like 3 hours later. So normally I prepare my breakfast around like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then usually I don't feel hungry until like noon. One thing you do want is add a little bit of salt into it, and it's kind of awkward right now because I'm trying to shoot do a video while doing this. I don't know how it does now. So just a tiny bit, because I think that gives the oats a little bit of contrast, because the recipe is sweet based. A little salt can add some contrast and make it more tasty. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
So for oats, actually you wanted to pay attention to it, because I've tried different kinds of oats. I tried quick oats and different steel-cut rolled or rolled out oats. So basically you wanted to avoid, I would advise you to avoid quick oats, because usually the quick oats is, the analogy is like white rice compared to brown rice. So the quick oats are more like fine processed oats, easier to cook of course, like of course it's convenient, you know, you can put it in a bowl, add some water or milk, put it in the microwave, and then be ready in 2 minutes. It's really quick, easy for a weekday breakfast, but the GI index is high, and then it lost some kind of like a nutrition stuff in the processing. I would recommend going to the rollout oats like this guy. This is not sponsored by any of the brands show up in this video, but that's the one I got from Costco, or the steel cut rows. Usually it takes, if you look at the instruction here, it takes 10 or 14 minutes to cook. You wanted to buy oats that you need to cook for some time. Not necessarily saying half an hour or something like that, but 10 to 14 minutes, it's pretty decent. In the meantime, I'm going to add some other stuff into the meal. Both are optional, so it's fine you don't add it. I personally would like to add them. So first one is wheatgrass. So wheatgrass is very, it's kind of like considered very healthy because it has a lot of like dietary fiber. And then the second one is chia seeds. Also again, rich in fiber and omega-3 fatty acids, very good for your heart too. So yeah, I'm gonna add both of them. I'm gonna add a tablespoon. One thing that my recipe is different from a lot of like oatmeal recipes you can find online is that I'll actually add some milk, fresh milk, well, cold milk in the bowl before I cook the oats and move the oats into the bowl. For one thing, I don't really like my milk to be cooked because I feel like that's a waste of it will break down the chemical structures. So I would rather have cold milk and then mix them together. The other thing is chia seeds and wheatgrass. This really doesn't do very well when you heat them up, especially chia seeds. Ideally you wanted to kind of like activate the chia seeds in cold water for like 2 hours, but I'm lazy and I don't have time beforehand to do that, or maybe do that. I probably should have done it like overnight, the night before, but just put it in there for like 10-15 minutes. It would still do some activation. Another very important part of this recipe is banana. So banana is important because it's basically where the sweetness is from. And because we don't add additional sugar or syrup or anything, that means the tasty flavor of that meal comes mostly from, I would argue, like from banana. Of course you can taste a little bit of sweetness from oats too, but it's very mild. But banana just like it's a game changer here. So I think you don't need to have like anything else like a wheatgrass or chia seeds or any other fruits in the recipe, but banana is a must in my opinion. Some of those days if I don't have bananas, I will put agave syrup into it. It's okay. Alexa, stop. Alright, so 10 minutes up, and that's the oats after 10 minutes, and I am going to add some splashes of milk into it because I still do like the creamy texture with oats. And we're gonna cook like 3 more minutes, and then we're gonna move the oats into the bowl. Alexa, set timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, starting now.
You see, it's kind of becoming a slurry, sticky state, and then it's ready to we're ready to move into the bowl. And it's really hard to do it with one hand, so I'm gonna turn the camera off and then show you the things afterwards. Yes, we just moved there, and yes, let's mix them up. We're not done yet because we have a few more things to add. First, I'll add mixed nuts, unsalted, of course. We really wanted to also control our salt intake, so I always wanted to go unsalted, like low sodium content. Just grab, I don't know, a handful. I particularly like cashews, but you know, I eat other nuts too because it's supposed to be very healthy for you. It has, again, dietary fibers, omega-3s, and what kind of like minerals that is good for your heart too. And a lot of things I wanted to add are kind of fruits, berries actually. I personally like blackberries and blueberries. I think it goes well with the meal because, you know, banana adds the sweetness into it, and you know, blueberries and blackberries will add a bit of like sour taste to it, which balance the taste quite well. So I highly recommend it. So this is it. The color looks like baby poop, but trust me, it tastes very good. So maybe you're wondering, there are so many steps in making this thing. I don't know. It seems like too much of trouble, but trust me, the time you spend here, as you can tell, it's only like 15 minutes. You can do this in parallel, and it worked very well. Like, you can even do it, you know, of course, like the most of the time you spent there was like waiting for the oat to be cooked. You can even do it while you are cleaning up in the morning, and you know, before you went in the shower, or you know, or wash your face. You can have the oats started, and when you come out of your bathroom, everything will be done. And another thing is, breakfast is probably the most important meal of the day, so spend a bit more time on it. Totally worth it. That's, of course, in my opinion. So hopefully this video is helpful for you, and guys, let's stay healthy in 2025. I'll see you later. Bye.